Okay, so I'm gonna do a video on my phone because Instagram's dumb right now, and YouTube, I can't figure it out anymore. Everything has changed. So this is really dumb, and I hate when iPhone videos come out because they're mirrored, and I'm not used to that. It's really dumb, and I hate it with a passion. Dickie's out doing whatever Dickie does, and if you watched my last video, you'll see exactly what he does if you watch it on Instagram. It's on my IGTV, right? I'm going to promote this one on there, on my actual page, because IGTV doesn't show up on the page for some reason. It's weird as hell, I know. Anyways, I was going through my page and I figured I haven't updated in a while. But here's the scoop. I figure might as well throw it out there. I'm gonna give you guys all the details, right? But there's some stuff going on. First of all, I don't know how much I've said or stated, but basic was fun. It's the most fun I never want to have again. Just to be clear, word of advice to anybody going in or thinking about going in, volunteer for everything. Do it. Do it. No, I mean, there's some really funny stories. Like, for instance, well, I'm not going to get into that right now. If you guys want me to tell you stories, I will. Just comment and let me know, and I'll give you guys some funny stories. In fact, when Dickie gets here, because me and Dickie share a room, me and him will go over some of our basic training stories for you, if you want. But as of right now, basic was fun. Getting to Monterey was fun. When I came out here, I was having a lot of trouble emotionally because it's hard to admit sometimes, but there was some part of my life that I needed to let go. I didn't want to let it go, and all it did was haunt me and hurt me. As you guys could tell from a lot of my posts in the past, I was not hot at it at all, like hot at life, period. First of all, it was the wrong diagnosis that I was given. I did not have major depression. That was only half of the problem. So, and they gave me a crap ton of pills, which looking back, like I didn't notice that I looked really slow and unmoving at that point in time. But looking back, I'm just like, holy crap, that's what I looked like? No wonder Dad told me I looked retarded. His exact words were that great father figure. I've learned so much about my family here in Monterey, in California, far away from them. Like far, far, far away from them. I've learned so much more about them. Some of it kind of scares me, but I mean, that's my family. Anyways, yeah. I have been learning, there's this thing called PHP, Partial Hospitalization Program, where I would go to group every day. It's like group therapy, I guess. But I would go do that every day, and they would help us go over different techniques for relationships, for learning how to love yourself, for learning how to forgive yourself, being self-aware, aware of your surroundings, stuff like that. Helping your personal health, helping you to grow on your own, which is awesome. I think a lot of the stuff I learned in PHP needs to be taught to people in school. It's a mental health, it's a whole mental health deal. If you're having some of the problems I was having, I suggest it. It was really helpful. That, and there were people there who could diagnose me correctly and help me understand why that diagnosis is correct based on how I was feeling, how I've done things throughout my life, how I've been feeling. They were able to help. I was able to help them help me. And we diagnosed the problem and found a solution. So that, along with the therapy, I took it for like 2 months, and I moved up. And I was doing better and better and better with this therapy for the first little while. For like the first month, maybe half a month, I was still kind of was still iffy. I was moving forward. I was doing a little bit better, but there was something that was just holding on. And then one day I just let it go. I just let it go. And the weight that dropped helped me so much. It helped me get so exponentially better, you guys. I hate to say all this and jinx it, but things were looking up. I think Dickie's on his way back in. I think I can hear him walking down the hall. He's been gone for a little while. He went to a gas station. I don't know how far away that is. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't want to jinx it, because normally when I say things have been positive, it'll jinx it and they'll go back down. But I feel good about this, because no matter what happens, I needed that. I needed to know where my head is at and what's going on so that I could learn how to deal with it. And not only am I on the right track in my medical area, but I'm also able to process better, process my emotions and my feelings in ways that don't harm me. And I'm able to be a little more assertive with my feelings, which is awesome, right? Granted, it's still hard to say no to people. Like, that's always been a problem, right? Because, you excuse me, but, you don't want to be mean. You don't want to be rude. So when somebody asks you something, you don't really want to say no, because, like, you're going to be rude if you say no. So it's just like, yeah, I'll do that for you. And over time, you do stuff and do stuff and do stuff, and then eventually you're just like, what the heck? Why am I still doing stuff for you? But you don't want to be rude, so you just don't say no. I've learned how to counteract that. You want to know how you counteract it? Say no. If they're your friend, they'll understand. If they're not your friend, they'll freak out. If they're a random bystander, they'll probably wonder why you just scream no in their face. I've been through all 3 of these reactions. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun for like 2 of them at least. But yeah. And not to mention, this is a really good environment for me. Dickie has been my battle buddy since basic. Granted, Mundorf was actually in my platoon. Dickie was in a different platoon, but we've known each other through our entire basic training experience. Because Mundorf met him, and then I met him because we all have the same MOS. So, the same job. We all have the same job. For somebody who isn't lingo certified, it's okay. I got you covered, battle buddy. Yeah. He gets me. He understands my whole aura, my whole deal. And he knows how to deal with me, which is awesome, because that's something even my family's still learning how to do. They know. I joke. They know, but it's because they lived with me for 20 years. Dickie knows how to deal with me, and he's been living with me for like, what, a couple weeks? Well, we were roommates in phase 4, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. There's not really much on the update front. I mean, other than, I don't know if I could turn this around. I cannot. Okay, so other than that, I got like setup system speakers and a monitor to go with my Xbox, right? And a hard drive, an 8 terabyte hard drive. It's pretty lovely. And Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I cannot wait for it. Right? I pre-ordered the Steel Case Premium Edition. So when it comes out, I'll have a season pass on top of exclusive content, on top of a steel case. Oh, I long to get all the steel case editions for every Assassin's Creed that I can, because I'm a collector and a fan. It's my favorite series. If you ever think about getting me anything for Christmas, you guys, something related to that. Oh my goodness, it's late. See here, It's 23:28. It's like 11:30 almost. Back home, it's like 1:30 in the morning. This sucks because I have duty tomorrow evening, so I have to sleep tonight. It's getting kind of hard to sleep. Last night I slept really good though. Starting to sleep throughout the night. Lately that's been off, but I think it's because I sleep on top of the covers most nights. Like I'll just fall down flat like a plank of wood, slightly askew on top of another plank of wood, right? So like here's that plank of wood and then I'm on top of it like this. Yeah, I sleep like that. Like on my stomach, flat, with my hands like this behind my back. It's weird, but it's for some reason it's comfortable. I don't know why. And I'll just lay like that all night. It's terrible for my back. Last night I slept differently and I woke up only once. So, figure it out. Speaking of which, I've been watching Letterkenny too on Hulu. That's worth a watch, by the way. You should do that if you get the time. It's got a lot of language, but I know that most of the people that I know don't care about that. Have at it. It's really funny. It's like rednecks, skids, and hockey players in Canada constantly roasting and insulting each other. It's great. I love it. But yeah, today I went down to the wharf. I really want to go on one of those whale watching tours, which they sell down at Monterey Wharf. There's also glass floor boats that you can take out on the water. It's really cool. You can also go kayaking. That's cool. The wharf down there is like the fair, but without all the rides. It's still pretty cool down there. I love going to the shops. Today was the first time I ever went by myself, so I wound up going into all the places I wanted to go into, as opposed to when I would hang out with people, I just went wherever they went and didn't really care. It was really nice. I didn't come in my dorm, like I left my dorm around noon, and I didn't get back to my dorm till about 1600. So that's 4 hours that I was just out and about, which is really cool because I did all of that walking on foot. I've never done that before in my life. Aside from basic. Basic doesn't really count. Because we spent all our time outside of basic. Doesn't matter how cold it was. I said, screw you. Oh my goodness, I'm yawning a lot. I'm sorry. That means I need to go to bed. But yeah. For if I post this on YouTube, I'm sorry that I held it this way. I want to get this on my Instagram too. But most of my YouTube videos I'm going to try to turn to the side on it. I actually want to get a camera and a mic and set up with a laptop and do vlogs on there for YouTube. And maybe post a different vlog to my IGTV. I hate telling stories twice though, so it'll be like a different one, like a daily update, and then the YouTube will be like a big update or whatever. I don't know how we're going to work that out, but we're going to try. It all depends on how everything gets situated here. I'm not going to reveal it on live because I have people here that I don't want to tell it to. Sorry, but some of you don't know me that well. Some of you don't know me like that, and nope. If you want to know me like that, you can. You can try, but you don't yet. Maybe. I don't know. Some of you need friends. I don't know. I need friends, that's for sure. I love having friends and getting new friends because that's more people to hang out with and, you know, maybe drink with one day. I don't know. Anyways, have a good evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time you watch this, and hope you survive the rest of your night, morning, or day, or whatever.